Hello. This is Marsha LaFroth with Stamp with Marsha, and I forgot to put my little sign on here. I was running behind and just wanted to get started, and so there's a few things I'm lacking, but hopefully it'll all be okay. I'm seeing that I have random junk in my picture, and I always, once it comes up in front of me, like to adjust just a little. So give me just a moment to share this in my Happy Stampers group. Whatever I tried did not work. And then I will dive in. Okay, so last weekend I did a Super Saturday with 3 other demonstrators, and our guests came and made 12 projects. And this is one of the projects I designed, and it was certainly inspired by other demonstrators. I will get to that, but I wanted to show you all 12 of the projects we made, and then I'll dive into the sweet jar. And then I want to tell you about the BOGO sale that's going on right now, my upcoming crafty card class at the coffee shop, and my card club for June. So that's all the things I'm hoping to cover today. So first, let me just show you the cards we made at our Super Saturday. So this was one of them. Each of us, the planners, designed 3 cards. So this was one of mine, and I saw a card like this at, where did I just go? Orlando, the incentive trip, but it was made with the cookie jar. So I should totally have cookie jars to show you, because I made 36 of them for this weekend to give with cookies, and I didn't save one of them, so I don't have one to show. But as you can see, this jar, you can put in the hearts, you can make these into chocolate chip cookies, or you can make, I've seen where people stamp this first in like a crumb cake, and then you put those over the top and you get chocolate chip cookies. And I've seen it done where you just stamp those, and after you stamp them in a light color over them with your blends in different colors to make jelly beans. Super cute. And I'll go more into that set, but I saw a card like this layout, this little fun fold on stage, and then I saw this color scheme from Patty Bennett with this jar set, and I thought it was so cute. So that was one of mine. Another one, I've showed you guys this one before on a Facebook Live. It's a step card, and that's with the new Turtley Awesome set. And then my third one, oh, I don't see it in here. Oh, there it is. My third one was with the new Sunrise Sailing set, and it was kind of a fun fold that can stand, when it stands up, you see both the front and the inside. So actually all of mine, which is super unusual for me, were fun folds, but fairly simple ones. So those were my 3 projects. I'm gonna leave this one out because we'll come back to it. And if you do hop on here, please say hi. Then Ida, some of these are still in plastic, did this adorable card with a new Notes and Totes set. I own it and haven't played with it yet, so it's on my list of fun things to play with. She did this fun card, and she die cut the flowers for 30 people, really for 34 people. So all they had to do was put it together. It was a lot of work on her part. And my mind just forgot the name of this. I think this is Flowers from Floral Impressions. And then this is the Delightful Wishes dies, but super cute. And then the third one from Ida was with this new popcorn set. I can't remember the name of it. Popping by to say hi. And I can't believe I haven't bought it yet, because my son is obsessed with popcorn and I can just make him all sorts of cute things, but it's on my list of things to buy. And next, these were the cards designed by Amy. And when I say designed by, we probably all got our inspiration from other crafters. I know she saw this one online, but these were planned by this was planned by Amy. Isn't that cute? With the, oh gosh, I can't remember what it's called, but I think it just went on the last chance list today, that stamp set. Some of these are all taped closed, so I'm trying to open it. This is with the new, the paper's called Celebratory Sips. I think the stamp set might be called Cheers and Sips, but that's a new, just released in May. And this is part of the, I'll get to that, part of the BOGO sale. This is also by Amy with the Sunrise Sailing set. I love this card. This is one of my favorites. And then I'm not going to take these out of the plastic. That'll take too long. We have so many. This is a super cute card by Michelle Suit with the new pig set. That was an online exclusive. Little dancing pig. And here's another card using this same sweet jar. And so this time, I didn't even talk about that one. You can see it was filled with candles. This was also planned by Michelle Suit, and it has this little secret compartment for a gift card. Isn't that so cute? Thank you, Debbie. We had a lot of great cards at this event. And the last one was also by Michelle Suit, and it's one of those where you're connecting the front with that middle piece. Isn't that nice? So those were the 12 cards we made on Saturday. Now, right before I make this, let me tell you about the BOGO sale that's happening right now. I have not had a chance to email. I posted about it on my Facebook page, but it is any product. Okay, so this is online exclusive. I'm just going to show you. So this is a celebratory Sips sweet collection. You can buy one sweet collection and get a second sweet collection free. So that's how you're going to get the best bang for your buck, is buying two sweet collections. Where it gets a little complicated is you could also buy any component of a sweet collection. So I could buy this designer paper from this sweet collection and get, let me find another one. I assume there's two in here, and get this designer paper from a different sweet collection for half off. I don't think it's buy one, get one free. I'm sorry. I think it's buy one, get one half off. But the reason it's complicated is if you buy a whole sweet collection and then you also buy just a component of that collection, whatever's the lower price is what's half off. And so instead of getting, so you're only going to get the paper half off instead of a sweet collection. So the workaround I have seen people do is they'll do one order that's just all sweet collections. And so they're you know, if you had like say 4 sweet collections you wanted, if you had that kind of budget, you would place all 4 and get 2 of them half off. But let's say you just wanted paper or bling or something, then you would do another order. Then you would do an order with all the small things getting half off. And yes, you would have to pay shipping twice, so that's $7.95 minimum, which is only worth it if you're getting a whole sweet collection. Like for example, this is $78.75, and if you could get a second collection at half of that price, $40, you're still saving money to place 2. If you want, like for example, my upcoming class, we're going to use the beautiful gallery paper, which is part of a sweet collection. And so I could order like 6 of those and get half of them at 50% off if I only order DSP. I don't know if I explained that well, but that's the deal. Okay, let's make this card and then I'll show you my upcoming classes at the end. I usually like to have the measurements all written out for you guys, but I was so busy working on my card club projects this morning that I didn't get this written down. So I'm just going to tell them to you here. So we have Coastal Cabana, excuse me, Coastal Cabana card base. and it is 7.5 by 5.5, and then scored at the normal 4 1/4, so that the front is shorter. And then our inside piece is 4 by 5 1/4. And then this is actually from that Turtly Cute or Turtly Awesome designer paper. And it measures 3 by 5 1/4. So that's that layer. And then we have our little second flap that I did in basic beige. And this measures 4 by 3.5. And then you're going to score with the 4-inch side at the top. You would score it 1 inch over. I would probably put it in my trimmer this way and score it 1 inch. Okay, so that's our flap. And then I think, like I said, I got this color scheme from Patty, and I think from this sheet of paper there was a little plaid sheet, but I was trying to make this for a lot of people, so I used this vellum from the Floral Vellum collection, girls. I cannot remember the names of things right now. Anyway, the white piece is 3 by 2.5, and then this is just slightly smaller, like maybe an 1/8. Let's see, 2 3/8 by 2 7/8. And the great thing about this size, if you were to mass produce, is with those measurements I could get 5 across from the vellum, so I could get 15 out of one sheet of vellum. So just in case you felt like you wanted to mass produce. Okay, so let's put this together, and then, well, let me show you how I stamped the jar. I'm grabbing some scrap paper because I forgot that I used that. Okay, so we're going to stamp our jar first. And I'm stamping it in basic black. And then my hearts, I'm using Real Red, and I'm going to stamp this bold image off first. And you know, this is the kind of image I usually will use a piercing mat. I haven't even unpacked from this event though, so I don't have it by me. Okay, so I stamped off so that this is a very light color in here, so it won't be so dark. And then we're going to come over with our darker hearts. And I found you want to try to line up the bottom. I've probably got to move this out of the camera for just a second so I can see to line that up. And if it's not lined up perfectly, that's totally fine also. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp the lid separate so I can punch that out. My red is a little bit needing a refill because we had so many people using it. Okay, that's a little better. And then for the greeting, what's really fun about this, I'll show you. When you stamp, it leaves an opening and you can put different things in the center, okay? So this says sending a little blank your way. And for this card, we filled it in with the word love. But you could also do sending a little sweetness your way, sending a little party your way, sending a little luck your way, because as you see, you've got your clovers for like a St. Patrick's Day. So it's just nice that if you look at this, you think, oh, you had to mask and color that a different color, but you don't. You really just can stamp that little middle word in a different color and get double color cuteness. Okay. Now we're going to punch out our jar. So I just get it lined up and hold it barely in place, but then when you punch, you want to punch nice and strong and not slow. Sometimes, I don't know why, if you punch slowly, it jams. So I always try to give it a nice firm punch. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to line it up, slightly squeeze it to hold it in place, and then use both hands for a nice strong punch that sends it flying. Okay. And then really we're just putting it together. I'm looking for my glue. Okay. So I'm just sticking a little bit of glue along the top of the jar so I can bring my lid here. And then I just put my lid on not straight. I can see that. Luckily, it's glue. I can hopefully still slide it a little. Good thing is probably no one's going to analyze it that I send this to. Okay, so now it's just time to put it together. On the inside, I did Happy Birthday, which also is in this stamp set, that greeting. See, this is upside down, and I'm stamping in Coastal Cabana and Real Red. You could also do Poppy Parade, which I think is the stated color of what is in this designer paper, but now, of course, with sending a little love your way, that could have gone, this could be like a Valentine's card too, but now I've made it a birthday card. So now it's assembly time. The main thing you need to know is that you want to put this attached down before you attach this. So, hi Bonnie. I bet this card looks familiar to you since you were at our Super Saturday. Okay, so we're gonna just, I lined this, I put the adhesive on that back side and I'm trying to line it straight. It may not be perfect. It certainly probably won't be. So I did that first and then attach this over the top. Oops. Okay, good. I was trying to make sure that that was covered so you don't see it through the front, and I wasn't paying attention when I did it. So that was fortunate that worked out. So there's so many fancy fun fold cards out there, and I think they're really cool, but I tend to make fun folds that are not so fancy, that they're a little bit simple, but just something different than your typical card that opens. Although I make plenty of those too. All right, now generally the rule with vellum is that you don't put adhesive in a place that it's going to show because it shows through. But for whatever reason, when I'm putting vellum on white, it's only on white. I used to think, and I use seal, it doesn't show through for me. So that's kind of nice. I don't have to try to hide it. If I'm putting it on a different color than white, then it does, but sorry, it was looking uneven. All right, so, oh, I can see that's crooked. Darn it. Oh well, it's down now. It's gonna just have a slant to it. It's just, that's how it's gonna be. I'm gonna pop this up on dimensionals, which I gotta grab. So my question for today, and everybody who answers my question either today or on the replay within 1 week, so today is June 4th, so by next Tuesday, and you answer my question or you share my Facebook Live, then you get entered to win the project I'm making today. So my question for today is, with this BOGO sale on the sweet collections, what is a sweet collection on your wish list? What's something you don't have yet that you would like to get? I'm trying to think what's on mine. I think I've bought them all. I mean, I haven't bought them all, but I've bought the ones I wanted. So, but I am going to buy a bunch of the beautiful gallery paper for my card club. While it's buy one, get one half off. All right, so I have 2 strands of about 10 inches of red and white twine, which came out in our holiday catalog, and I am so excited that it's carried over because I obviously use it for things that aren't just Christmas. And then let me grab a glue dot. I have stuff all over and still packed. When you're using twine, a helpful tip I got from Connie Stewart is to roll up your root glue dot into a ball and stick it behind. But because this is double layer, it's not as small of a thing. So I usually will just pick it up the usual way and tuck it under any that's sticking out. You just don't want to have glue dots sticking out of the front of your card. And that's that. Now, I have thought about adding the rainbow dots to my card, but I didn't want to have to. Let me grab them real quick. I didn't want to have to need a certain color and buy them for all these people, so I ended up leaving it plain. But let's pull these out here. In the card I saw in this color scheme from Patty, she had put some of these rainbow dots on hers. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Bonnie, you want I don't know how to say that word. Kintsugi Inspirations. I've been seeing some really beautiful cards with that. Okay, so I could go with any variety of colors. I think I really want this pool party. You see, I don't even have enough of it. So I think this one's probably going to be a little darker, but that's okay. And it's not really necessary because the card's just cute without it. But if you wanted some extra dots, you could add them. So that's that card. And I'll try to get it on my blog with the measurements since I was just telling them to you today. Okay, so let me next tell you about my card club. I try to tell what it is by the end of the month, but I was so busy getting ready for Super Saturday, it didn't happen. So we are going to be using, and usually for card club, we make 8 cards, but just 4 designs. We do double, but once in a while I do 8 designs, and that's going to be this month. Sorry, I'm looking for the paper to show you. We're going to be using this beautiful gallery paper. And it's like a lot of the new papers now where they have these beautiful paintings. And this one has a nice mix of scenery and floral cards. So you can see I've already been playing around with it. But this month for Card Club, we're actually going to make 8 different cards. And instead of using the beautiful gallery stamp set, because I didn't have it yet, we're going to use one that's been around it came out a year ago, but it's still available, called Unbounded Love. And this is one of those that you could use any greetings though. So if you didn't want this set, you wouldn't need to buy it, but it just goes, I just chose greetings that went with all of it. I only have 6 cards, because my other two are still sitting on my desk waiting to be finished. But I'll just show you what we're making in Card Club kind of quickly, because I'll be giving them all to my Card Club members, and we'll be making 8 with those designs. And the deadline to sign up is June 10th, so I'm really giving short notice, but you can, it'll be up soon on my blog, or on my calendar and on my web page, or you can message me if you don't see it. So that's sign up by June 10th. Sign up by Sunday, which is June 8th, is my in-person class. So Card Club is online. I send you videos. My in-person class is a masculine theme, and we are using some retired products. So those of you who've been around a while might recognize those 3 are retired. This is one using that new Sunrise Sailing. But this is an in-person class June 14th in Noakesville at Vita Nova Creatives. It's a coffee shop with some fun little crafts they sell too, kind of like when you walk into a Cracker Barrel and there's a little store there. Anyway, I did masculine cards because it's Father's Day the next day, which doesn't give you time to mail, but to handmade. But as you can see, none of these say Happy Father's Day, but at the class, you can change your greetings and make them a Father's Day card or leave them as they are. So that's June 14th, and you need to sign up by Sunday, June 8th. And you actually sign up through the Vita Nova Creatives coffee shop page, but I have a link for it in my events. And I think that's everything. So thank you so much for joining today. Once again, tell me a sweet collection that's on your wish list and get entered to win the card. Oh, good, Debbie. You like it with the dots. I like it too. So I'll see you guys next week, and thanks for joining. Bye-bye.